Six Flags Over Georgia is the largest amusement park in the Atlanta metro area. One of the biggest thrill parks in the Southeast, Six Flags Over Georgia has 11 different roller coasters, some notable flat rides, and 2 shockingly good dark rides. So in this video, I will rank the park's top 15 rides and attractions. Before starting this countdown, I want to note that I'll include only rides in the dry park, as I have not yet visited their Hurricane Harbor attached water park. But based on similar slides I've ridden elsewhere, I suspect their best slide may have contended for the 13 to 15 spot. Number 15, Joker Funhouse Coaster. This Chance Jr. coaster may be meant for kids, but it is a genuinely fun ride for all ages thanks to its unique layout. The trains are super cramped for adults though, but the ride tracks smoothly, features some laterals in the largest drops, and even includes a tunnel. Number 14, Sky Screamer. This Funtime Starflyer stands 242 feet, or 74 meters tall, so this swing ride offers solid views of the entire park. The cycle may not be super long, but you do get some mildly forceful spinning with those views. Number 13, the Great American Scream Machine. This classic wood coaster is not smooth, but if you avoid a wheel seat, it is tolerable. The ride's patriotic paint scheme is beautiful, and there are several solid pops of airtime peppered throughout, as long as you can get over the bumpiness and jackhammering. Oh, and watch out for that final stop. It is a doozy. Number 12, Blue Hawk. This Vekoma multi-looper basically takes the layout of an SLC and uses it for a sit-down coaster. The ride is a little jerky, but thankfully it has the vest restraints that eliminate all the headbanging. The first 2 inversions have great positive G's and whip, and usually I gray out on them. Then you have some solid head choppers and 2 disorienting corkscrews waiting for you later in the ride. Number 11, Superman Ultimate Flight. This B&M flyer is better than the other 2 with the same name in the Six Flags chain. Unlike the other 2 that are plopped down on flat pieces of land, this one was placed on a hillside, so it's actually a terrain coaster, which makes sense given it was a prototype. The turns in the second half hug the ground, and you even have a brief tunnel. And then the inversions are just as good as ever. The final inline twist has some float, and then the pretzel loop tries to kill you with the super sustained positive G's. I just love that element's power. Number 10, Pandemonium. This Zamperla Giant Discovery is an excellent frisbee ride. The max swings offer decent sustained floater airtime, and the down swings offer both positive G's and amazing speed. And this one has a nice long cycle too. Number 9, Justice League Battle for Metropolis. This Sally Dark ride offers some coveted air conditioning from the Georgia heat and also gives an enjoyable ride. The ride perfectly uses the DC license, showcasing the franchise's favorite heroes and villains. Most of the ride utilizes screens as you fire at Lexbots and henchmen, but that's fine because the visuals use the IP well, and the targets are all very responsive. Then the scenes transitioning between screens mix in some physical effects for good measure, with the highlight being that stunning Joker animatronic. Number 8, Georgia Scorcher. The newest B&M stand-up coaster has a much different layout than the larger ones that preceded it. This one focuses more on turns and transitions over crushing positive G's, which results in a more comfortable ride, especially because this one has minimal headbanging. The ride does have some positive G's in a few valleys though, and 2 fun inversions with a mildly floaty vertical loop and a snappy corkscrew. Number 7, Daredevil Dive. This Gerstlauer Eurofighter has awful capacity, but the ride itself is fun. This one has a unique train design with 2 across seating and lap bars, and this results in a much more freeing and smoother ride. The signature Beyond Vertical Plunge has a weird pause at the top, but it still gives strong ejector airtime. The first half has some disorienting inversions and turns, with the best one being that dive loop with the upside down pop of airtime. The second half may start slow, but it eventually has a forceful turn and incredible sustained hang time on that final barrel roll. Up next would have been Georgia Cyclone. The old Din Wood coaster was a mirror image of the famous Coney Island Cyclone. The ride was rough, that was for sure. But the first half delivered some very powerful airtime in that back car. I remember getting some fantastic ejector airtime the few times I rode it. While I do miss this ride, I think the replacement is worthy, but more on that later. Number 6. Monster Mansion. This classic dark ride is unlike anything else you can find at a Six Flags park, or any other park for that matter. This slow boat ride takes you past a series of comical monster scenes, and then you have a scary segment towards the end where you erroneously go through the marsh. The quirkiness of the ride combined with the surprisingly detailed sets makes it special. You have plenty of animatronics, and you also have an infectious theme song. This isn't just a great dark ride for Six Flags, it is a genuinely great dark ride by any measure. Number 5. Mindbender. I need to note that I have not ridden this ride since it was renovated and received new trains. I've heard it runs much slower now. But as of my 2018 rides, Mindbender had nice pops of airtime on the drops, and 2 very forceful vertical loops. Add in the very smooth ride and the unique setting on that hillside, and you have a wonderful classic that can still hold its own in a stacked park. Number 4. Batman the Ride. This is the best B&M Batman clone. This one runs frighteningly fast. Batman clones are already one of the most forceful and intense rides on the planet, but this one takes it to an all-new level. Every single inversion and turn made my legs tingle, and the way this one snapped you through the elements while still being glass smooth was astounding. Number 3. Acrophobia. This Intamin drop tower may not be the most reliable ride from my experiences, but it is exhilarating. The ride offers fantastic views of the park because of its location atop the hill, but the drop is what makes this one special. Acrophobia has stand-up, floorless, tilting seats. That riding position is extremely unnerving. The drop is suspenseful and one of the best of any drop tower. The drop has a lot of force to it, and it always leaves my stomach atop the tower. And then you have that visual of plunging towards the ground. Remember, you're tilted towards it, and the exposed riding position always tricks me into thinking the landing will be painful, but it's actually smoother than you may expect. This is one of my favorite drop towers anywhere, because it still genuinely terrifies me to this day. Number 2. Twisted Cyclone. This Rocky Mountain construction conversion of the former Georgia Cyclone may be among the smallest and shortest RMCs, but it still offers the company's trademark ejector airtime and hang time filled inversions. I love this ride's start with the incredible first drop. Then you have the signature turnaround that offers both a 0G roll and a barrel roll drop exiting it. Then you have the ride's signature wave turn with sustained sideways ejector airtime. That powerful airtime with the visuals is magical. Then you have the more abrupt elements making up the rest of the ride. I go into more detail in a separate review, but this is the park's best ride for ejector airtime. And coming in at number 1 is Goliath. This B&M Hypercoaster has a really cool location along the main entrance and entry road, and it is a floater airtime machine. Every single drop, Camelback, and Bunny Hill offer several seconds of good floater airtime. And then you also have a wild turnaround. You get floater airtime into it, and then you have a super forceful downwards helix that has a guaranteed gray out for me. It is one of B&M's best turnarounds ever, if not the best. Goliath is one of the best paced B&M hypers because it has no mid-course and barely trims. While it has some rattling on a few valleys, that excellent airtime makes it the park's best ride. So those are the top 15 rides and attractions at Six Flags Over Georgia. What is your favorite ride at Six Flags Over Georgia? Let me know your thoughts on any of the rides I mentioned, or any you think I missed down in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.